You're listening to Fast Facts Perio Edition. And now, here's your host, Katrina Sanders.
Hello, and welcome to Fast Facts Perio Edition. Hold on to your baby teeth because this week we are looking at stem cells and the role and involvement of stem cells in the management of periodontitis. Now, we have been taught in hygiene school for forever that current modalities indicate that we cannot reverse periodontitis. And that statement still stands. However, as we're beginning to unpack some of the unique benefits of the use of stem cells in periodontal regeneration, we're starting to see that the use of these cells integrate important physiological considerations, in which we may be looking at contemporary usage of stem cells in managing periodontal lesions. So this week, we're going to take a look at where we actually get these stem cells from. And there are an incredible list of all of the different characteristics and properties of different stem cells, depending on where we can actually siphon them from. So we have, for example, dental follicle stem cells. As you can imagine, these come directly from the dental follicle. And that dental follicle, we know, is essentially encasing or encompassing a newly erupted tooth. So we can actually siphon out mesenchymal stem cells that allow us to be able to renew and differentiate cells in the healing space. We also can take stem cells from the dental pulp. We know that there is a large population of stem cells within the dental pulp of extracted human permanent teeth. And these cells have functional properties very similar to bone marrow-derived stem cells. So with this, we get some incredible immune response benefits. Next, we look at stem cells from the apical papilla. These are stem cell-rich tissues that are located at the base of a developing dental root. And they're essentially responsible early on in tooth development for the progressive elongation and maturation of the root. As I'm sure you can imagine, they also provide a terrific cell for the generation of areas where there has been significant periodontal damage. We can also siphon out gingival mesenchymal stem cells. And these gingiva-derived mesenchymal stem cells, that's a mouthful, are stem cells that come directly from the human gingiva, particularly the lamina propria, or that underlying connective tissue. And these stem cells exert remarkable support in periodontal regeneration. And it stands out as an ideal stem cell source because it offers scar-free wound healing properties. We can also essentially pull out stem cells from human exfoliated deciduous teeth cells. So these are the teeth that the tooth fairy, for lack of a better term, is holding hostage. And in her bag of exfoliated deciduous teeth, she has incredible stem cells in which the dental pulp itself is highly vascularized with connective tissue, responsible, of course, for providing regeneration to bone and tissues like dentin. And finally, we can also siphon out incredible stem cells from the periodontal ligament. Stem cells within the periodontal ligament have the ability to generate PDL, cementum, alveolar bone, blood vessels, and peripheral nerves. So As you can see, although this is not a part of traditional management of periodontitis as we know it today, as we continue to look at the importance of stimulation of osteoblasts and fibroblasts in order to try to repair lost periodontal tissue, or even to essentially work to attain regeneration of bone, these incredible stem cells derived from the dentition allow us to start to look to other areas, other more natural human tissue, in order to be able to support the generation and repopulation of periodontal cells in the management of periodontitis. Thank you for joining me today as we geeked out on the role and involvement of stem cells in the management of periodontitis. This has been another episode of Fast Facts, Perio Edition with Katrina Sanders. Please feel free to reach me on Instagram at The Dental Wine Genist or on my website, www.katrinasanders.com. Cheers.